speak for itself. Grinding in silence, ain't nothing to tell. When we step on the court, we gon' bring it to light. And we stop and pop like we caught it a light. Stop asking what's wrong with me. You already know there's a dog in me. And there's no stopping my focus, man. Make sure all my people gon' ball with me. Yeah, I came to compete, I'm a dog with it. Yeah, I came to compete with my paws in it.
Today I'm going to talk about enthusiasm is the edge to the compete mentality. So we just went through our whole acronym, COMPETE. Enthusiasm is the edge. I want you to think about, like, if you're incorporating this whole mentality of all those letters, this is like what makes it go. And the quote I want to start with today is, no one follows anyone who's not excited about what they're doing. Like, nobody follows a deadbeat. Like, you got to be fired up about what you're doing. And I'm not saying, like, you guys see me and I have energy or whatever. No, like, there's passion shown in different ways. I'm going to dive more into that. But just remember, you have to be excited. You got to be enthusiastic about your passions. No one's going to follow somebody who's not fired up about what they're doing. Okay? So, understanding enthusiasm is the edge to all of this means doing it. You got to care, man. You got to you got to have a heartbeat. You got to every single day, the COMPETE, like all that stuff, like you got to do it like your life depends on it. And it actually does. Your life depends on the mindset that you have. So, enthusiasm, anybody study Greek? Anybody? Okay. Enthusiasm in the Greek is entheos. E-N-T-H-E-O-S. All right? So, this word enthusiasm is entheos. E-N means within. Theos, theology, means Spirit, God. So these Greek guys sitting around making up words, all right? Enthusiasm means God or Spirit within you. I want you to write down one of one. You are one of one. Enthusiasm means be the spirit that God created you to be. Woo-wee! It doesn't mean be your neighbor. It doesn't mean be me. It doesn't mean be coach. It means be the spirit God created you to be. All right? My wife, Courtney. I love talking about Courtney. My wife and I, we have a lot of similarities. We both love basketball. We both are mindset coaches and trainers. But she is a lot different leader than I am. I can get pretty fired up. All right? She's more of like a Brad Stevens or like Tony Dungy. All right? Just that cool, calm. Like, that's her. Like, I can't be that. That's not me. Like, I'd just be like, oh, come on! Like, I just get fired up. And she couldn't be me. All right? You got to be you. Like, I think, like, there's times where we fight who God created us to be. And this is the next term I want to go to is unique design. You got to operate out of your unique design. Each and every one of you are fearfully and wonderfully created. One of one. This is the most beautiful thing. Every single one of you is a one of one. There's never going to be another one of you again. There never has been one of you. I want you to think about that. Like, that gets tears going in my eyes already. Like, you got one shot, man. You got one shot to live out your true north. One shot to live out your purpose. For the first time this year, I'm getting some little gray hairs of looking in the mirror. And I'm like, I got kids, and there's 7 and 5, and man, where did the last 10 years go? Like, it went bang, gone, over, done. Life goes fast. In the scriptures, it describes time as a vapor in a mist, just gone. So, you have to live out of your unique design. Another term for that is unique ability. Another term that I use all the time in my mindset training is passions. Okay? Mark Twain has a quote that there's two most important days in your life. The day you were born, and then the day you figure out why you were born. Two most important days of your life. The day you were born, and then the day you figure out why you were born. All right? That's when you figure out why, that's when you discover unique designs, unique abilities, and passions in your life. Go be you. After everything I've told you over the last 5 weeks, this is the 6th week, okay? I want you walking away from here confident, head held high, to go live out the purpose that you have in this life. And I'm telling, each and every day, I'm not saying adversity doesn't happen. I'm not saying bad things don't happen. In fact, they do. And in fact, walking in this is really hard because there's comparison, there's fear of failure, there's your past where you failed and that's in your subconscious and then it prevents you from, that's exactly the fight. But when you operate in this right here, unique design, unique ability, your passions, that's when I talk about that box of matches inside your spirit. That's when all of them light up. All of them. It's like that, just stoking that bonfire. Any of you sat around a campfire and you stoke that bonfire and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger? When you operate out of your unique design, your unique ability, and your passions, that's when the fire starts shining really bright. I like saying, when you live in your unique design, that's when you operate as a lighthouse. I want you to write that term down, lighthouse. What happens to a lighthouse? What does a lighthouse do? Right? It sits on the coast and it shines a light. And what happens? Boats come from all over the ocean into the lighthouse. When you operate out of your unique design, out of your passions, out of your unique ability, opportunities will come out of, air quote, nowhere. I promise you. Promise you, I promise you, I promise you. Remember my start in Compete Training Academy in 2015, all right? When we started, man, I didn't know if it was going to work or not. No idea. People started coming out of nowhere, all right? Coach Brown has a light to shine. All of you see it every time he's on the mat. And you're attracted to his training and his light that he shines. Okay? Each and every one of you has a light to shine. I want you to write the question down. What is my light to shine? Enthusiasm is the edge to this life. No one wants to follow a deadbeat. And like I said, you don't have to have a bunch of energy like I do and be fired up, rah, rah. Be the person God created you to be. You can show passion in different ways. You can show passion through service. You can show passion through encouragement. You can show passion through writing a letter. All right? These are ways to shine your light. Now, I want to do an activity here today with your blank sheet. Get your blank sheet. And in the book of Ecclesiastes in the Bible, it says that God knows the beginning to the end. All right? And I believe the Bible to be true. So if God knows the beginning to the end, follow me here. It's kind of a deep thought. If God knows the beginning to the end, He's met the future version of you. If He knows the beginning to the end, He's met the future version of you. Meaning, the future version of you already exists. Fascinating thought to ponder. It's in Ecclesiastes. I believe the Bible to be true. If God knows the beginning to the end, He's met the future version of you, and that future version of you already exists. Now, I want to do a little exercise here. I'm going to introduce you to the future version of yourself. All right? So, I want you to just, right at the top, future version exercise. All right? And let's do 5 years. 5-year future version. 5 years from now. All right? So, get with me here. I want to close your eyes. I want you to get to your favorite spot at your house. Like your favorite spot to just get comfortable, just relax. Okay, everybody there? It's a fall day. You're looking outside. There's brown, orange, red leaves. It's October, November. It's beautiful. And you're in your favorite spot in your house, and all of a sudden you hear, and you get up, you walk over to the door. All right, you can open your eyes. You open the door, you look at that person, and you're like, I know you. And you realize it's you. So the first question is, how would you react? How would you react? It's the first question I want you to write down. How would you react to the future version of you? And the next question, right after that, 5 years from now, get there with me. 5 years from now, what did they look like? What did they look like? I want you to write it down. What did that person look like? And you invite that person in, you go back to your favorite spot in your house, and you have one of those amazing conversations that you felt like 5 minutes, but it ended up being all afternoon, 3 or 4 hours. And the next question I want you to write down is, what wisdom did they give you? What wisdom did they give you? And after the 5-year future version of yourself gives you wisdom, you're escorting them out their way, and they got a briefcase, and they open up their briefcase and they have a gift for you. And they give you a gift, and they said, you're going to need this along your journey. And they give you a gift. The question I want you to write down is, what gift do they give you? And then you're escorting them out, and the future version of yourself is walking out, and they turn around and they say, one more term of endearment. What term of endearment do they give you?